How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking on the Frieza Burst Mode event. This is part of the 10th anniversary fan meetup challenge. That's right, you heard me right. The 10th anniversary is fast approaching on both Global and JP Dokkan, and on January 18th, 2025, there will be a meetup for the 10th anniversary, and at this meetup they are likely to reveal the 10th anniversary LRs, which is pretty good enough reason to want to be able to participate in this. Of course, right, you will have to pay for your own ticket there, right, via plane, train, boat, whatever it may be, right? However, once you get to Los Angeles, California, where it's being held, completion of the Peppy Gal's Burst Mode and the Evil Emperor of the Universe, the full Power Frieza Burst Mode events, and achieving a high score within the top 25% of players will net you entrance into the door. Of course, you also have to agree to the terms and conditions here, but we are going to do our best to try to get into that 25%. So normally we show you about 6,000 points, but I mean, really what we're going to show you here, it's not going to make a difference for 6,000 or where we're at now. And looking at some of the high scores that have been posted, right, I really wish they would do a leaderboards for this, but looking at some of the high scores that have been posted, around 6,600 is probably what we're looking at for the top 25%. The highest I've seen on this one is 6,900, but that I'm telling you, to make that one work, it requires Dragon Ball Seekers and a heck of a lot of RNG. But so for this one, we're going to actually go with Powerful Comeback. We're going to do 6,600 points, which should put us in somewhere in the ballpark. We're going to do Tech and End types, 500 team costs or less. We're going to turn on all immunities and stuff like that. We're going to reduce damage from AGL because we're not using AGL, and this thing, right? So this thing right here, we could probably drop this out, but we'll keep it on for the even 6,600. But the phase 3 attack raise is, I don't think people are, I think a lot of people are underestimating how destructive that is, especially given that he locks in the final phase. So it can be very dangerous. So we're going to actually put the lower end of that one on for the sake of this. And then we'll keep everything else on here. So let's go ahead. Let's jump on in and let's try to get this done. So we are going to run Powerful Comeback, like I said. We're going to run a double Vegeta lead, so it's a 180 lead, and this is going to be our team. So let's go ahead. Let's hop on in here. So, I mean, really, it's going to come down to timing when we do actives and stuff like that, and it revives especially, right? So if we can get through the first couple of phases without busting our revive, that's ideal. Right, because getting a character like Tech Ultimate Gohan here and letting him stack up turn 1, that's probably best case scenario for us. So let's do that, and then we'll send off Tech UI here. Oh, because Tech Ultimate Gohan, oh really, we're going to start with Super. Now I'm kind of wishing we did, yeah, 200k on Vegeta to start. Way to go. Yeah, so now I'm kind of wishing we put UI there. But then, I mean, we could have just straight up died if he failed to dodge. Right, so we're going to be... I want to float UI on this one because we're basically going to be dealing with his... base form the entire fight until the final phase. Maybe at least the phase before where we can... Because the problem is Frieza doesn't attack a whole lot, so we won't be dodging a whole lot if we transform before that. And remember, the amount of dodge he has after that first turn is based on the amount he dodges during that first turn. Okay, we get the additional super. So, I mean, ideally, we take this a little bit slower. And so that's why the damage reduction helps. because then we can just let the likes of Tech Ultimate Gohan just turtle up as much as possible. Alright, and then let's do this. It's also about knowing when to float certain units. So, like, putting this guy here, right, in the middle is going to be ideal. Because there's no attacks. We have literally zero danger for him. Plus, post-Super Vegeta, he's going to be alright. I actually do think post-Super, the 16 will be okay in most cases, even though we don't have a Youth Gohan on the team. He should still do enough alright. Actually, I should double-check that. I'm pretty sure it's only Youth, but I should double-check his passive. Maybe Tech Ultimate Gohan is actually activating his passive here. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a Youth Gohan, but we'll check. Alright, yeah, and then so Vegeta just eats this for, or Gogeta rather, just eats this for breakfast, yeah. So they're going to be crucial to doing this. I mean, UI is going to be helpful for sure, but I don't think nearly as helpful as the Gogeta, because the Gogeta can't be touched post-Super, and then of course, right, we're stacking attack this whole way through with him. Perfect. Alright, so since we got that other, there we go, and let's do that. So since we... Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so we gotta be careful. I gotta remember that we do have that effect on where if we grab the wrong type orbs, it could damage us. But we did need to make sure we get Boo Super. We do need Boo to stack. I mean, obviously him having a revive is gonna be how... I mean, we've got 3 possible revives on this team, so I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but obviously we do want to make sure Boo doesn't proc his revive too early. Yeah, you see that? So I mean, this is probably Gohan's worst turn. Next turn he's going to be golden from that point forward. Like, he's not, unless we get tagged by an unfortunate pre-super, I mean, he's pretty much going to be solid the rest of this fight. And Boo, too, honestly. Eventually, Boo will get to a point where we won't be able to kill him. Yeah. And the main thing about the revives, we do want to save it for the end. Because if we use it too early, Vegeta becomes a sitting duck later on. We kind of want to time it so the revive happens right as... Like at the end, so Vegeta has his active turn when he revives. Like, that's kind of how we want to time it. Alright, so let's do that. We'll do that. Yeah, alright, we'll just pray on an additional here. There we go. Then having UI buff Gogeta with the super attack effect will also be helpful. Alright, here we go. 14 million out of the Gogeta. Like I said, they are going to be who can... I pretty much feel like they're going to be the carry for this fight. Although this does make me wish Vegito, STR Vegito, was on Powerful Comeback. Because that would be very helpful. If we could have the two of them together, oh man, unstoppable after a certain point. Okay, perfect. I was a bit worried the super might be on 16, but on them, that's we could not have asked for a better setup. Actually, not that bad. That could have been much, much worse. Alright, so let's take a look here. I did want to double check his passive. I'm pretty sure it is... Yeah, it has to be a Super Saiyan Youth Gohan attacking in the same turn. But otherwise, he's still got everything else, which is still good. Okay, so this is going to be the trick here. What do we got? We got Revival, Fierce Battle. We got Fierce Battle. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Do that. And let's grab that. But, I mean, we saw 4 digits on Gohan last turn, so... Yep, okay. Or 5 digits, rather. But, I mean, that's honestly not that bad. If that was a super, I'd have been a bit more worried, but now we're fine. Okay, I am not concerned... Pretty much the rest of this fight, I'm not concerned about Gohan at this point. Over a mill defense with his guard, he's not getting touched, even at the max, right? Perfect. And now Boost comes in swinging with his stacking. These guys are going to be really good, just constantly stacking up. We're going to keep the Vegetas floating, I think, till the end, and then we'll just link them with UI, I think. Or, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. But I think keeping Boo and Gohan together and just stacking will ensure that when we finally do get locked, we have at least half a protected rotation. That way, either one of them can move into that slot 1 for us. There we go. Oh, hey, we squeeze out 1 more. We'll take that. And that does take down this phase. So, honestly, that's not too bad. How many turns is that? Yeah, I mean, that is about to be expected. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yes. Alright, that worked out. And then let's grab that. Ooh, UI, you better dodge. Yes. Okay, sweet. Yeah, like I said, so for UI, we just gotta keep stalling. We do not want to use his active too early. If we use it too early, we could end up in trouble in the final phase. Well, actually, I think the second, so the phase after this might be the place to use it, because he actually doesn't attack all that much in the final phase. Well, I don't know. Because he does have guaranteed... Frieza suit has a few guaranteed super slots, right? He's on a pattern. So... I don't know, that's tough. Having at least a turn where we're guaranteed a few dodges... Oh, that's a tough one. We'll see how this plays out. Okay. Alright, and then we get some extra damage out of him. So, I guess my big concern is getting the Vegetas to revive, because I feel like we're going to have to intentionally put them in front of some hits here soon, just to ensure that one of them has a revive up. Alright, excellent. So, let's see here. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's take that, because we will end up proccing an additional... Alright, and let's just take the same type orb, I guess. Tad bit worried. Well, I'm not worried about Boo, obviously, at this point, but definitely worried about 16. Alright, we get an additional super... Yeah, getting that hit first on Gohan is always nice, because then he can dish out a little bit more damage. Although I don't know that we necessarily want that. After all, right, the longer we can stack, the better off we're going to be. Alright, additional super. Yes, there we go. Okay, so not going to be quite hitting those attack numbers till we get the revive for Boo, but I mean, this will still work. Okay, you know what? I'll take a super on Boo. I'm not sure how much this is going to do right now. Yeah, okay, not bad. There we go, we do get the super out of 16. So we should be able to tank this hit a little bit better than we did the last time he showed up. Yep, okay, perfect. Alright, so I'm not gonna... How are they doing? Okay, they're actually doing solid attack-wise. Let's grab that. Grab that. Ooh, okay, yeah. So if they're taking that much from type advantage, definitely. But then we run the risk, because UI is going to take the same amount, that's the thing. If not more. Yeah, that's a tough one. Alright, we get an additional super. So, I mean, we'll just keep taking these attack stats out of these guys for sure. See, it'd be funny here as if UI was stacking attack the whole way through this, too. Alright, 14 million on the Vegeta. Okay, so he's kind of at a point where he's built up enough that he can at least dish out some damage. Get an additional super? Yes. Okay, perfect. There we go. Alright, I guess we just leave. Oh, that's actually worse. That's funny. Okay, let's just do this, I guess. Okay, and hopefully, I mean, we'll get an attack buff. All right, now can we proc an additional? Oh, come on, Gohan, give us that additional, just one. Ah. Would have liked at least one stack there, but I mean, Ki was just awful. Alright, so defense has me a little bit worried here. Okay, we're gonna risk the dodge. Gonna risk the dodge. I think that's the best play here. There we go. There we go. And it paid off. Okay, like I said, we don't want to transform him too soon. Actually, I think next appearance might be good enough. We'll see how the attack layout is. Like, if we can get a slot 1 attack setup, like what 16 over there is about to deal with, that might be ideal point for transformation. Or actually, no, wait. I was thinking his is based on the number of dodges he does, but no, it's based on the number of super attacks. And it does add up. Up to... Let's double check. It's been a minute since we used UI. We'll transform him next turn. But, I mean, even then, not having UI out is allowing our other units to stack up. So, I mean, I can't act like it's a bad thing. Right? Because when Gogeta finally does come out in the final phase, yeah, Frieza's done for. I'm I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this one bit. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried he was about to eat a super. Alright, so... actually gonna let Boo stack up here. There we go. Perfect. So while we won't be dealing well, I mean, we wouldn't be dealing damage with Tech Ultimate Gohan anyways. Because he's not getting hit first. So, you know what? This is probably honestly fine. There we go. And I did have a feeling there was going to be a super. And remember, this is the phase where Frieza starts getting stronger every turn. Oh, you kind of got to be careful here. So, gonna need Tech Ultimate Gohan to just come off on the supers every appearance now, just to get him up to that safe point. Because, I mean, while I'm not really worried about him, we do still want to be careful. Excellent. Get an additional super. Yeah, like, this is the kind of turn I want out of him. Now, I don't think Vegeta's going to kill here, and I'm pretty sure with the 2 hits he's going to take... is that 2 or 3? 2. Okay, so that should put us pretty close to having his revive ready. I can't seem to get... Do we transform him? I mean, I feel like we're in kind of a good place right now to keep stacking. But at the same time... yeah, let's just do it. Alright, as long as we get the additional supers, we're fine. There we go. Alright, because... well, it's going to depend on how much damage we do, but if we can kind of speed through this turn, and then the next turn as well... oh, actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we shouldn't have transformed him. Because this domain doesn't last very long. That's right, he has a very short domain. I think it's only like 3 turns. I mean, so we'll lose out on the extra added buff that we're going to get. But we'll still have the dodge. Well, I mean, we still did a pretty obscene amount of damage right there. Yeah, in retrospect, we shouldn't have done that. I mean, that's fine. It'll help Gogeta and Vegeta do more damage. I mean, at this point, I feel like everybody here, aside from 16, is in a good place. Like, a triple super out of Vegeta with this up should... I mean, that's going to do a pretty healthy chunk of damage. No triple super. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, like, look at how many attacks are in slot 1. Why was that not there for... like, that's the kind of thing I don't understand. Okay, let's do this. Put that on Gohan. And let's do that. I'm fairly certain there's going to be a super here in slot 1. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage. Especially considering we're type advantage. But, so, now you see in the dangers we're dealing with now in this phase. Alright, we get an additional super. Alright, another additional super. I don't think we're gonna kill here. No, 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 we're not gonna. Alright, but Gohan is stacking up. Kind of how we were hoping he would. Excellent. Alright, so let's just do what we did again. Alright, it does mean we're gonna... So... Yeah, I want to float off Vegeta for this one. That way we have a revive up for both turns. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Alright, more supers out of UI. It's gonna get the additional. Perfect. Okay, so this is kind of what we want to happen. So now we have a revive on each turn now, which is exactly what I needed to make sure happened. Because if I'd have floated him off, we'd have had an open rotation, which I don't want in this phase here. Yeah, so you can see this is exactly why we needed to do this. All right, let's throw him here. So the thing about Frieza here is his supers are predictable. So he's always going to super on the second action, as we just saw there. And then after that, the next super is in 10 actions. He'll do a countdown in 3. So we didn't die, though. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, we came pretty close to it, so we'll have to see. But again, so this is why we played this the way we played this, because there's a possibility 16 can be locked on the next rotation, because he's coming in on the next rotation. If he gets locked, that's an instant death. There we go. Nice. Perfect. So having the revive up in case we get locked is going to be perfect. There we go. We get an additional super, or not the additional, the first super out of Gohan. So next appearance will probably transform him as well to get that damage out. There we go. Additional, there we go. Like, this is the kind of Gohan I need. Not whatever he always does to me in, like, Blue Evolution fight or Janemba fight, where he just refuses to do additional supers. Perfect. Okay, so there's the countdown. So from that countdown there, we have... Yes, that was the second countdown. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 actions. So that means the super is going to be here on UI somewhere. Alright, so let's grab that. Alright, we get the counter. But this is actually the kind of turn we want. I mean, look at all that we're doing with him. Perfect. There we go. So we kind of got we got a good amount of dodge in him with the amount of supers we did before this, so this is good. There we go. And there's that super I was telling you about. So now after this super, I think we have a new countdown, and then it resets, right? So I think we have 4 normals after that. There we go. We get an additional super. There we go. Alright, that's the kind of attack we want. Just imagine what that's going to be on the next turn. Assuming we revive. Oh, wait, we don't have his revive up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? And this is the Vegeta that doesn't have his revive. Alright, we went ahead and reloaded up the full power Frieza fight here. We're back in the final phase, so we got a pretty good setup here that we can run. So let's see here. I'm actually gonna save the who's coming in. Oh, we have another Vegeta coming in. Okay, so you know what? We'll just go ahead and we'll use the active skill now. There we go. Not gonna be the best links here, actually, if at all. Yeah, fierce battle. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do. So we're gonna do this number. So we redid it so we could actually make sure 16 is going to be protected where he needs to be. Let's see here. Let's grab this. Perfect. Okay. So we just keep playing around with the HP here. So yeah, we just reloaded it. Tried to make sure that 16 is a little more protected. Hopefully we don't end up in the same situation as we did last turn, where he ends up in front of a major super. I'm hoping with the setup we have here, we can kill before 16 becomes a problem. There we go. Alright. We just let Boo keep on building here. Uh, 18 mil. So, unfortunately, I will tell you now, on this reloaded one, we did end up proccing the revive a little early. Boo actually got hit with a stray super early on, when we weren't fully built up yet. Ah, see, that is what I was worried about. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's bring out Tech Ultimate Gohan. Alright, let's bring out him. There we go, so everybody's gonna get buffed here. Alright. So yeah, look at that. Cool. So I mean, with this level of defense on Tech Ultimate Gohan, I am not concerned with him at all. Okay, let's bring out Kochita, actually. There we go. Oh, he changed the orbs for us. Yeah, so there's that super attack. Tech Ultimate Gohan's gonna eat it. Shame we gotta get... It's a shame we couldn't put UI in front of those, but we'll do it. Yeah, so Ultimate Gohan's gonna eat this, and now we have Gogeta out, so we know we can plan around the supers. Although, like I said, it's scripted, so we know where every super's gonna be. So all that, like, basically because we ushered last turn, though, like all the super, like the whole thing reset. It just delayed a turn. So we're actually on the first turn set of supers. But actually, you know what? Having Ultimate Gohan in slot 1 is actually kind of good. While we lose out on some of the counters, Gohan is able to build up more damage. So, you know, it's honestly not the worst thing ever. Look at that. We get the triple super here. Okay. And there's the countdown. Alright, no crits. We do get an additional super, though. And we will get those 2 counters, which occur post-super, which means our attack's going to be stronger. There we go. An additional normal. Ah, that's not good. Alright, so there's the guaranteed super. Or counter, rather. There we go, we get another one. Beautiful. And now Gogeta gonna sweep in with 34 million. Love it. Shame he can't stay on rotation because of the locking, but it had to be done. There we go. We get an additional super for 23 million. Alright. No, I was hoping for one more here. Ooh, okay. So this could... So that final super there is the dangerous one. So let's do Vita's active here. Alright, so with that, we might actually be alright here. Let's see here for Boo. There we go. That's what I want. Are we seriously? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to bank on these. Okay, this is it. Make or break. Do we... I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah, with that not being the first hit, we might actually be able to tank this super... free super with Vegeta. It is post-revive, but remember, that is... We've been post-revive for a couple of turns now. Oh, okay, sweet, yes. So that last super, though, I think is a heck of a lot stronger. That one might be dangerous for us if we don't kill here. But it's entirely possible... I don't know. We'll see. Ooh... I don't know. I don't know if we do or not here. Locking. I hate locking. This is probably one of the worst mechanics ever. Maybe we should have saved that active skill. I'm kind of wishing we saved the active skill now. Alright, we get an additional super. Okay, come on, Boo. Pop off. Pop off, Boo. Pop off. Just get as many as you can. One more. Yes. Okay, give me that crit. Give me that sweet, beautiful crit. Okay, we're going to be cutting it real close here. 23 million. We got the extra crit buff from the other Vegeta. We are under UI's domain. Yes! Woo! Not gonna lie. Y'all have no idea how much I needed this. We were at this for over 3 hours yesterday. I think it was 3 a.m. when I finally went to bed after just attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt with both Dragon Ball Seekers and Powerful Comeback. And I just could not get a setup that worked, right? Just looking at everybody's, you know, the highest score I've seen so far is around here, 66. I think it's like 66.90 is the highest score I've seen. And even then, like that 90-point variance is still going to keep you within the 25%. I will try to push it using maybe Dragon Ball Seekers, because I do think that you could... There is a strategy to push it a little bit higher with Dragon Ball Seekers, but again, it's the strategy I was attempting yesterday. It requires a heck of a lot of luck with stuns early on and dodges in the end, which, you know, given the fact that Frieza is getting stronger every turn with that one effect, it's not something that you're going to sit down and get done in a single recording session, right? Like, this is going to take me a couple days to get. So I'll keep trying, and when I do, I will post, at a minimum, I'll post a screenshot in the community post to stay, and in the Discord. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that run when it comes. But that is 6,000 points, 6,600 points, top 25%. Get yourself into the DOKKAN 10th anniversary fan meetup. Again, we don't have an official confirmation on what the high scores are, and I don't think we will for a minute unless they finally decide to post a leaderboard. But until then, right, this is what we got to work with. And well, actually, let's see, can we see other scores? Let's go here. But, I mean, until then, right, if you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what team and setup did you use? What was your high score for this event here. I'm curious to see what you guys had pulled off. I mean, my teams wear that. I did my best here. I'm trying to see. Okay, well, yeah, this isn't going to show. This is only going to show like personal best team. Not going to show. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think. Well, maybe the popular teams would show. No. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, there you go, folks. Doing the best we can. We're going to try to get that 25% because we want to be at that fan meetup, and I hope to see some of you guys there. So, guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.